Hidden deep beneath a hillside lies one of Europe's largest nuclear shelters, an underground world built to protect thousands from nuclear, biological, or chemical attack. Join us as we explore this decaying monument to a time when the world lived under the threat of a war. We traveled to Germany to explore this massive underground structure, originally built from a network of pre-existing tunnels used during World War II, a time when the city where the bunker is located was heavily bombed. During the Cold War in the 1960s, the site was expanded and reinforced, with millions invested in ventilation systems, sealed entrances, emergency kitchens, and medical facilities. The shelter had an external power supply, along with 3 diesel generators capable of providing electricity for up to 30 days in case of an emergency. To keep the system running, they used ship engines built to operate in isolated and demanding environments. Almost 300,000 people living in the city had no idea what's hidden beneath their feet or what it looks like inside. The last maintenance was done 15 years ago. Since then, the facility has suffered from significant mold infestations, pollutants have spread, and some parts have started to break down. Maintaining clean air was a top priority, especially in a sealed space where contaminations from outside was a real threat. The filter room was built to fix any issues quickly. Right next to it, we came across the water treatment area. The nuclear shelter has multiple entry points, organized into 3 separate sections, each capable of operating independently. Walking through the narrow corridors with rows of lined-up seats felt like being in a maze filled with connected rooms. The section you're about to see was likely intended to serve as a sleeping area. The plastic bags hanging around contain canvas sheets, which would have been stretched over metal frames and secured with chains to create beds. Here's one of the 2 wells that supply drinking water. There's no electricity. Without flashlights, you're in complete darkness. The air is thick and humid, and more areas are becoming covered in mold. Rust runs down the pipes and walls, paint peels from every surface, and water leaks in through cracks and air vents. It's eerie silent, except for the occasional echo of dripping water and your own footsteps. After a few hours of exploring this shelter, we came across something unexpected, something that disturbed us. We found personal belongings of a group of homeless people who used to live here. We sincerely hope that we don't come across any of them. Meeting someone deep in the bunker, which extends for kilometers, might not end very well. To enter the bunker, you have to get through the tunnels, then pass several massive blast doors controlled from a dedicated operations room. As we walk down the long corridors, we start to notice more signs that this shelter once served as a refuge for people with nowhere else to go. The belongings left behind, now covered in mold, suggest it's been a long time since anyone was around, but you can never be sure. This is one of the control rooms where all operations were handled. All the internal documentation about the shelter is still here. We never spent that many hours exploring any other place before. The corridors seem to go on forever. There's something about walking through them that feels out of this world, like being in a spaceship. We are exhausted, but we can't lose our focus. Just when we think things can't get any weirder, we discover a few tents to sleep in and a bar. This nuclear shelter was inspected for possible reuse, but is unfit due to poor maintenance and extensive structural damage. It took us 11 hours to get here. Exhausted and ready to sleep in the car, it was pure will and excitement that kept us going without rest. We decided to enter in the middle of the night. We spent over 6 hours inside, haunted by the growing feeling that we might not be alone. After exploring the entire bunker, we had to distract our minds just enough to convince our bodies to handle walk back.
Make your way to this bunker now. I am here and I'm tired. And I'm Hannah, and I'm waiting, and now I'm wondering if I could go away now. Do you think I have a good video? 'Cause you know I won't and darkness and minds just be here now tonight.